Oh yeah. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. Thank you for coming out. God bless. Yeah. Breathe. Yeah, sometimes you gotta breathe. Give it up for the new media era. Feels good, right? To be on the winning side. What's blazing in sports? What up? We just working. Oh, I know they mad. I told you every single time when there's a video and I see the feedback and it look crazy, like the dislike, I'm coming live. I'm coming for you. And we gonna see, look at that past video. If it has all these dislikes and stuff, I'm coming live. Just know that. We working. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, sweetie. We coming live and we gonna see what these disagreements about. In the hot seat, we gonna see who's talking this real boxing. We gonna see what you know. We gonna see what you know about this sport of boxing. We gonna see what these disagreements are, if there really is one. Smash the like button. The real is back. You know, young Pharaoh. Can Big Baby beat Joshua? Joshua would be the favorite. I mean, I don't really know because Eddie Hearn keeps putting Big Baby in there with like a former cruiserweight that's 40, Thomas Adamak, and then guys that have already lost to the other top level guys. WEC lost to Klitschko, and Povetkin got knocked out in the 12th round. You know, Johan Duhapa got knocked out by Wilder, then knocked out by Povetkin. You know, so it's really hard to gauge. I mean, his style, throwing the most punches out of all the heavyweights, and his size could be interesting. But, you know, he's jumping from, and see, that he don't understand. Eddie Hearns, this is Eddie Hearns' cash cow, Anthony Joshua. So they're not bringing you in, like, you know, bringing you in to upset the apple cart, you know? And they're definitely not getting you prepared for it. Like, you know, they're getting you prepared by putting you in there with a warm body, but they're not, you know, in my opinion, those aren't good precursor fights to Joshua because we know that Joshua is a good fighter, you know. Beating Thomas Adamak, you know, stuff like that to me can give you a false sense of confidence because you're knocking these guys out, the Dog Bandinus and Thomas Adamak. So you'd be like, all right, cool, yeah, I'm ready for Joshua. But, you know, like even Wilder going through that tough fight with Luis Ortiz definitely helped him through the Tyson Fury fight because he had back-to-back fights, or even if it wasn't back-to-back, he had experience from a tough-ass fight, knowing what he had to do. You know, that's why when Golovkin, for example, he made an interview one time, and he said he'd never been dropped, never been hurt, never been rocked or nothing. That's not a good thing to me. I don't want to hear no fighter ever say that. You know, never been hurt in sparring, never been. You have 350 amateurs, and you ain't never been rocked or hurt. You know, well, first of all, it sounds like a lie. You know, you don't have to sell wolf tickets. But beyond that, I don't want that. Don't give me, like, if I had a fighter to train, I don't want to train that fighter. Now, I'm not saying I want to train like somebody who got a glass chin and, you know, unbreakable. I'm Mr. Glass. You know, I'm not saying that is what I want, but I want somebody who, being hurt and weathering it and surviving and knowing what to do to survive it is just as important as, you know, a jab, body work, anything else. A lot of guys don't know what the fuck to do when they get hurt. They get, oh shit, I'm rocked for the first time. What do I do? And then their heart's beating, boom, 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 boom. They're rattled. You're somewhat separated from your senses. You know, should I clinch? Nah. I'm machismo. Let me go out like a warrior, you know, and try to catch somebody, and then you get caught again because you're not fully, you know. Why do you think the police get suspected drunks and make them do breathalyzers? I'm the king of this analogy game. But anyway, why do policia, right? If they pull someone who they suspect to be drunk, why do they give them the sobriety test? The reason they do that is because when you're inebriated, when you are drunk, your senses aren't fully there and fully sharp. So walking in a straight line, you know, saying your alphabet, your speech could be slurred. These different things, you know, and these different indicators might show up. You might not be able to do shit you would, you know, normally easily be able to do because you're under the influence. It's no different in boxing, you know, consider it being like that. So a lot of guys don't know what to do when they get their bell rung. They start trying to fight like warriors and shit. That warrior shit gonna get y'all fucked up. I've seen it too many times in boxing. Oh, he went out like a warrior. Yeah, but key word, he went out. Floyd Mayweather, he didn't go out like a warrior versus Shane Mosley. You know, he did what y'all would say is the coward thing, but guess what? He didn't go out and he went on to beat that man. That's already in history. That's done. You know, Shane Mosley's pretty much done with his career. Floyd is pretty much done with his career. That's in history. All that for fighting smart, you know, as opposed to, hey, I got a knockout loss on my resume now. But, yeah, a lot of fighters don't know what to do. They, you know, they choose the warrior way. That shit, whatever. My dude said he's sipping that goose, that gray goose, watching this ego joint. Listen, you've seen the title of the video, man. Smash the like button. We gotta get these fucking likes up. YouTube is faking on the notifications, so we gotta take matters into our own hands. Smash the like button. Y'all some alcoholics. Someone's sipping Crown. You know, what else y'all drinking? Remy, Henny, Jerk. I'm about to, I don't know how long this stream is gonna be because I'm about to get out of here. I'm in New York. You know, y'all talking about drink. I might want to get a drink. I definitely want to get some food. You know how it is for the boy. Posting up, filming, uploading the video. But this is the life I chose. You know, I got to do it for y'all. Get you a cup, my G. Yeah, I know. The good thing is, like, I love when I come to fights for big cities because I know people. I always know some people in the bigger cities. Like if I have to cover fights in LA, Vegas, or New York, I always got people. You know, it's sometimes when I got fights to cover, like in, like when Crawford fight, I don't really know. I mean, I've met some people, but I don't have no like people, you know, in Omaha, like that I, you know, link up with every time or whatever. But when I come to New York, a place like this, the bigger cities, you know, it's all love. Because I know multiple people out here. What's poppin'? Listen, we're about to talk. We staying on it. Like I said, there's a lot going on in boxing. We in a good spot. So I just uploaded a video. This man Lennox Lewis. Y'all want me to give my quick intro, or y'all want me to just shut the fuck up and play it? Say shut the fuck up, ego, and I'll play it. Or if y'all want me to give you a little quick backstory, in case you ain't watched the video, I literally just posted it before I started. Tell me what, the fans run the channel, tell me what y'all want me to do. The ones with the most vote. Backstory, 1. It's not gonna be long. Either way I'm gonna play it, but all right, 2, backstory. Vote. The quicker I see, 3, all right, fuck it, we rock with the backstory. You know, I'm not waiting all day. It's too late. The voting is over. Backstory. Charlo fights on Fox, PBC on Fox, and Lennox Lewis is one of the commentators. They told you at the unveiling, they said that Lennox Lewis was going to be one of the commentators. So cool. Gave a former heavyweight champion, undisputed champion, gave him that gig. That's dope. He's there, you know, obviously. It's the first Fox card, so Lennox Lewis was there. You know, he was interviewing with some dude, and I was just filming it, you know, just for B-roll and extra footage. But then he started saying some good stuff about Anthony Joshua. So I picked up the audio, like I recorded it. I didn't, you know, I got standards. You know, a lot of people. It's a cutthroat business. You know, in terms of like media and shit. A lot of people don't have no fucking standards. Like you know how many media weeks and fight weeks I went to, where I'll ask a fighter like in my opinion, like a dope ass question, which is why it came. You know, why I asked it because I thought it was a good question, and then you know, the next person just run and that'll be the first video they upload was the shit I asked. You know, people do be doing shit like that. I try to refrain. Like if it's a group setting and we all doing filming, you know, then that's one thing. But it would look like this dude was kind of doing his own thing and he got there to Lennox before. So I, you know, I don't want to film and do all the audio and then upload it, act like it was my shit. I don't really need to do all that, to be honest. So he did say some good stuff, so I captured the audio, you know, and hey, let's just say he was keeping it real, and new media is prevailing, per usual. Yo, y'all gotta smash the like button. We need to open up that visibility. I'm gonna cue this up. Hopefully we get them likes up. Thanks, Joshua. Smash the like button. My own questions, play the audio because I did videos, and but he basically seen, you know, there's a couple stragglers who are still trying to make it out like Wilder doesn't want to challenge himself and sign on the dotted line. On a scale of 0 to 10, what's the volume like? Because you're gonna have to listen to what Lennox is saying in a second. 0 to 10, what does the sound like? Like in terms of I can't hear, I can hear perfect. 0 to 10. I need a number. We dealing with numbers, like AJ say, Stotts and Fox. Okay, 10. Perfect. Line, but listen. An event for Tyson up while they were doing the interview. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. All right. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hey, comment and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. Signing off.
So you want to see a rematch between the two, or would you rather see Deontay Wilder say, you know what? I might not be able to beat Tyson Fury. I better jump up to Anthony Joshua and try to get that unification.
No, I think they should have a rematch. Anthony Joshua can wait. He doesn't want any of those guys. You know, when he's seen that fight, he's like, wow, these guys can box, and now they're gonna do it again. He's at one place in his career and in boxing, so obviously he can make the decisions that he can make. And his decision is not to fight any of them at this moment. I think he wants Deontay.
I do believe that. Now, you made the jump from the UK over to the States, something that Joshua hasn't done. Would you advise him to do that early on in his career and get that over with? Because it's a huge market that he's missing out on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'll come over here quite now. I think he's too happy in England being protected and you know, boxing in front of the British crowd.
So if you enjoy... hello? So, I don't know if you guys heard that clear, but former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis, that's a bad man, I'm trying to tell you, fought everybody, made a lot of money in this game, about to make some more money in this game as a commentator. I don't know, you sounded a little bit new media-ish, I don't know. You guys tell me, but wait, there's more. Wait till I upload my video, but wait, there's more. Woo. I told y'all not to fuck with new media, right? Yeah, I told you this wasn't what y'all wanted, right? But wait, there's more. Wait till I upload my video, but that's an exclusive. I'm the only one with that particular footage. I mean, I didn't see no one behind me filming, so I think I'm the only one that got it. But wait, there's more. Okay, so listen. The jig is fucking up. This shit is a dub, B. I told y'all. Y'all fuck with new media. This is the new infrastructure in boxing. That shit is a fucking dub. Stop saying the same shit. You know, oh, you bloody Yanks, you cha-cha-ga-bang, and all that. That shit is a dub. I don't want to hear no Bloody Yanks and Shithouse Dosser. None of that. Because he ain't no Shithouse Dosser, and he's sounding like your boy Ego. He's saying the same things I'm saying. Stop it. I don't want to hear no chicken bang and Dosser and you're a shithouse and Bloody Yank. I'm not hearing that, bruv. Yeah, damn, bruv. It's mad. I'm not trying to hear that because he's saying the same thing. Shout out to Lennox Lewis for, keeping it a buck. It seems so hard for a lot of UK fighters to do this. I'm just going to say what the fuck I feel. There are a lot of UK fighters who seem to have such a brotherhood, such a camaraderie to the point where on camera, they aren't willing to give their truest innermost thoughts. Listen, I love America, hate the president, but I want to see American fighters do well too, but not at the cost of lying to the public. Like, I'm not gonna be like I thought Pacquiao beat Tim Bradley in the first fight. I'm not gonna just fuck around and say, oh, the Black Channel, Tim Bradley won. Why did Pacquiao lose? Like, I didn't see that. I thought it was closer than HBO and that bullshit was talking about, But we ain't even gotta worry about HBO right now. Bang! But I thought Bradley lost the fight. Closer than what they were making it sound. And Pacquiao didn't look great to me, but I still had him winning, right? Just like he didn't look good versus Jeff Horn. That wasn't like a dominant. He fought stupid, but I still had him beating Jeff Horn. You get what I'm saying? So I don't just ride with an American because he's American. That's just not what I do. If he lost, he lost. I don't care if you're from Mexico, Russia. If you come and beat an American's ass, you beat their ass. It is what it is. But that right there, looking shaky, baby. And I see some motherfuckers rush to hit the dislike button. The shit is a dub. You can dislike it. I'm on a channel with authority. The video is still gonna get traction. So dislike until your little heart's content. It doesn't stop the message. That's what y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's too late. This shit is already out. It's like, the bad guy already hit the arm button for the bomb. The shit's ready to detonate. The timer has been set. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just accept the truth. And like I said, this is the only argument that they're gonna say, oh, Lennox Lewis is jealous of AJ, and Lennox is really from Canada. He hates the UK, and he's secretly jealous of AJ's success. Stop it, bro. Why do you think everybody's jealous? To me, that's like some man fan, like, I haven't figured it out what it is, but to me, that sounds like, if you keep saying that people are jealous of Joshua, that sounds like some like interpersonal fantasies or some shit that you haven't. If you just, the first thing you think of a person that's saying something, explaining why they feel like that, you think, oh, he's jealous of this person. If that's what your go-to thing is, that sounds like more what you're about. You know what I'm saying? If you have an opinion, oh, you're just jealous. What do you think everyone's jealous of AJ for? His muscles? Like what? Jean-Claude Van Damme is buff. That's one of my favorite actors growing up. Bad. I think the favor gonna be done for you. You think muscles is what? Bad. Now who wants to go home and who wants to go with me? Damn. You think muscles is... Van Damme could do the splits and had muscles. Oh, hey, what are you doing, Frankie? Keep going. What are you doing? Keep going, Frankie. Van Damme had, you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers don't care about muscles. Arnold's one of my favorite dudes, growing up. What are you doing? Hey, Dylan, you son of a bitch. Buff ass handshake and shit. That handshake was so fucking out of pocket. I love The Predator, and I love how they did that scene, but that handshake with Apollo Creed, Carl Weathers was so fucking out of pocket.
Hey, Dylan, you son of a bitch.
And they was both like flexing as hard as humanly. Like, listen, first of all, I'm a grown ass man. Don't be squeezing my hand that fucking hard, bro. Don't do that. You know, don't you fucking do that to me. Don't like. If I agree, I had a man. I don't know how he was so strong. He had the old man shirt. I used to work at Sears. There's this dude named Willie. You know, old school dude with a little slick back. You know, I don't know what he. He looked like kind of like a Edeslandi Lada Dominican looking motherfucker. I don't know what he was. You know, he might have been black, Afro-Cuban. I don't know what he was, but the motherfucker was strong. And Willie, every single time he would shake your hand, it was like that RoboCop grip Predator shit. And like he shook my hand, my shit was like throwing up West Side when he was. I'm like, bro, like I was telling my coworker, I'm about to punch this old dude if he keep squeezing my goddamn hand this hard. Like he's like, I don't even know if this is a word, but he squoze the shit. You ever squeeze some shit so hard you squoze? This motherfucker squoze my, is that a word? Motherfucker was squoze my, is that a word right now? Motherfucker just gonna squoze my shit. Hey man, Willie, I want a rematch. I'm gonna beat your ass. Beat your ass. He used to squeeze my shit hard. Like, you don't want to see me that bad to be doing all that. But anyway, it reminded me of Predator. Why did they do that? In the jungle, it was hot and sticky. You arm wrestling in midair and shit.
Hey, Dylan, get to the chopper. Well, you son of a bitch.
There was like, oh my God. Arnold was hella diesel too, hella hub. Hey, arm wrestling and shit.
It's like I'm coming now. I'm coming now.
Hey, Arnold was wildin'. He must have been fucking hella chicks back in the day.
He's like, it's like I get the sensation of coming. I'm coming at home and coming at the gym.
He was tripping on that pumping iron shit. But that's, he said that head shake get me every time. That was so outrageous. That was like so Hollywood. And they both had like polos that was like rolling up because they were so diesel with the bicep.
Killian, give these people, yeah.
Like, they was really like arm wrestling in midair just to be flexing. Like, okay, motherfucker, we see your buys and tries, motherfucker.
Yeah, horseshoe, yeah.
They was really violent. They was tripping, bro. Don't be squeezing my shit like that. Anyway, what? Back to Joshua's muscles. Why do you think everybody is like jealous of Josh? Like, I don't understand. Like, he's a cool dude, fit dude. Like, I see dudes that got out of the pen that are bigger than Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? Dude, you got me and my wife dying. Man, these dudes, they just like, they go crazy. Man, the motherfucker squoze my shit. No, I'm trying to say, like, the old dude, Willie, the way he squoze my shit was like RoboCop. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. And my shit's like cracking. Like, that's not normal. That's not ordinary, bro, for you to shake somebody's hand and pop all their knuckles. He was a strong ass OG. You know, Kango wearing motherfucker just. And you know when some shit hurt, but you know you from the hood, so you try to act like it don't faze you. Like, you know that shit, he cracking your shit cracking and sweat coming down, you trying to act tough. Hey, what's up, Will? What's up? Trying to act have me about to cry like Denzel in Glory. Remember when Denzel was getting whipped? Oh, you might. Yeah, okay, I'm a slave, huh? So I guess I gotta get a whipping, huh? At first they start, no. Denzel tried to pull it off. Yeah, that's all you got, huh? And then them whips, when they start getting to the repetitions with the whips, Denzel was, yeah, this is it, huh? First time for everything, huh? They start whipping the fuck out of Denzel Glory. Then you start seeing tears come down. Like, motherfucker, you know that hurt. You know that hurt, Zell. I don't give a fuck how strong a slave you are. That shit hurt, bro. What's that Vine? That shit hurted. Denzel was trying to man up through the ass whooping. I used to do that when my parents used to beat my ass. See, look at me today. I come from a generation where you could get your ass whooped. That's why these kids is on Percocets and all that shit. But yeah, you ever try to man up? I used to do that to try to, like a mental warfare, to show my mom she couldn't hurt me when I got to a certain age. I get my Denzel on. Yeah, okay, mother. What's for dinner, huh? Like try to have conversations. She mad. Why you acting up at school? Yeah, you making dinner tonight, huh? Dad'll be home at 6. She like beating my ass and shit. Hey, for all my generation that got their ass whooped, I'm gonna tell you what to never do. Don't ever block the hit. You gotta let your parents connect. I don't know. It's something in, like, I don't know if there's a parent manual or something, but if the parent swings with like a belt and then you block it some kind of way, or grab it, or deflect it, or anything, they start going hyphy. You know what I'm saying? I remember I did that. My mom hit me with a belt or something, and I was like, I think I watched The Last Dragon or whatever. So she was like, and I caught it. And then, like, I think it was from The Last Dragon. Remember when Shonuff was like, and he was like, I am, when he started getting the glow. So I thought I had the glow. My mama dusted my ass. She turned into E Honda, 100-hand slap. I was getting fucked up. Man, I was just, why y'all ain't trying to help me with that? You gotta let the parent connect. You gotta let it, hey, I really try to grab that shit in mid-swing. I thought I was Bruce Leroy or something. I am. I am. Oh yeah, you are. Spinning star kick. Finish him. Oh shit. I wasn't ready. Try to shoulder roll and shit. Oh. Quit playing, man. Man, I got my ass whooped. My little ass whooped. I was bad. Hey, I thought I was Bruce Leroy. My mom turned me back to Thai Mock or some shit. I am. You've got to glow. Your body. You need to glow. I thought I was really in The Last Dragon. That was the last ass whooping. I was passed out. Nah, I didn't fuck with my dad. My dad, see, it's different fucking with dad, cause like he always my dad was always a provider, always worked. You can't fuck with no man that put in 8 to 10 hours a day, cause he ain't with the fuckery. You know what I'm saying? My dad would Denzel me. Man, what's this? I work 10 hours a day. I put a roof over your head. What's this I hear you giving your mother trouble, huh? Yeah, I ain't fucking with Pops. LJ Fighter says, same with my dad. Exactly. You know what the scariest thing is, as a kid? I'm going to tell y'all. When you're in elementary school, cutting up and acting a fool, like doing whatever in class, and then you see your mom walk into the classroom, you got to play like you're doing work. 2 plus 2, like, motherfucker, you in the 7th grade. You ain't doing no 2 plus. Get your ass up. Yeah, man, I used to. That's the worst feeling when you see your parents unexpectedly come into the room. They walk in like a fucking probation officer or some shit. He said, bro, my dad was with the shits. I used to get abused partially, I swear. That's what I'm saying. See, dads be they be wilding. Like they be taking out problems at work and shit on your ass. Hell no. Yeah, what you mean? I ain't good enough for the fucking promotion. Like, what you talking about? I ain't good. Shut your ass up. Like, you bringing up other shit. Shout out, we got the live stream. Shout out to my dude, Real Brother 32. We gonna get right back to this AJ conversation, but we got a $20 super chat. Shout out to the live stream on YouTube with the livest channel members online, period. I'm looking for anyone in the Eagle Army to match my super chat Christmas edition. Your $20 gets another $20 donation for the channel. Salute. Appreciate you as always. You know, we got a little bit of entertainment, some boxing news, all the good stuff. Get some claps up from my man, Real Brother 32. I don't know how much he donated today, but it's a lot. We appreciate you. Nowadays, these soft cats tell and call the cops, and you get in trouble. That's what I'm saying. They be they be calling the feds and shit. They don't even call the local cops. You fuck around, be a parent, and have a Fed case like Takashi and shit. What the fuck? Kids be snitching now. Anyway, man, your man Lennox Lewis said the same thing that that we've been talking about. So the only thing, like I said, the man fans keep coming up with is you're jealous of AJ. Like y'all gotta stop that. That just sounds like real moist. You know, that's the best you can come up with is you're jealous. So if you have any constructive criticism, any thought patterns, just jealousy. Like, don't get me wrong, there are people that are jealous in this world, but cold game, man. It's looking bad. He said he don't think Joshua's gonna come to America to fight Wilder. He'll probably want to fight in the UK where he's protected. I was like, oh, this is good. This is some good shit, Lennox. I mean, I just let y'all listen to it. He said he'll probably want to stay in the UK where he's protected. And like, I've seen pictures with Lennox Lewis and Wilder. He was at the Jack Johnson pardoning. But I've also seen, I think Joshua when he was in the Olympics with Lennox Lewis. You know, so don't tell me that he just, you know, hates Joshua and loves Wilder. Because I've seen him with both of them. Bro, Lennox Lewis is the quintessential of destroying old media and destroying their arguments, because you can't say he didn't fight no one or who's he beat, or, you know, because he has his resume is crazy. His resume is crazy. Like, I'm telling y'all straight, I did not like Lennox Lewis because I was a kid. When you're a kid, you don't know how to like internalize and interpret things. Mike Tyson was my guy. So, you know, you're kind of like, or at least me, I was almost kind of like a casual in the sense of, I thought, oh, I like Mike Tyson so much that, you know, I can't like his enemy type shit. But you grow out of that. If you're, you know, a real boxer fan, you should grow out of it. It's not about like, hey, I like this guy, I can't like this. You learn to appreciate. But Mike Tyson was my guy. I was a kid, you know, so I didn't even really care for Lennox Lewis, to be honest. I hated the way he talked, and like, you know, I just felt like he was snooty or something, like pompous. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't know. It just, his demeanor, I don't know. I guess maybe I like more in your face, you know, Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. But I developed such a respect as I got older and started understanding the sport and stuff. I developed such an immense respect for Lennox Lewis. All of his losses he avenged, and he avenged them by knockout. Hassan Rahman got knocked out, avenged it by knockout. Oliver McCall made Oliver McCall quit and have a like mental breakdown in the ring, you know, stoppage. Shit like that. Went to the Olympics. You know, Riddick Bowe didn't want no smoke. Just look at his resume. Cannon Briggs, Tommy Morrison, David Tua, clearly Evander Holyfield, and the first fight wasn't a draw. Mike Tyson, you know, like Oliver McCall, Hassan Rahman twice. You know, that's 4 fights between those two, right? His resume, Ruddock, his resume is killer. Killer. Lennox Lewis is a killer. So there's really nothing that Joshua fans can do. It's not like he's like a guy that didn't work his ass off in his career and accomplish all this stuff. You know, basically he was Joshua. He fought Klitschko too, you know, Vitaly Klitschko, and beat him by stoppage. You know, first person to beat him. Francois Botha. You know, Michael Grant, everybody. He fought everybody. Everybody he needed to. He fought Frank Bruno, knocked him out. You know, Tyrell Suggs, Biggs, or whatever. He fought everybody, bro. There's nothing you could say. So it just makes his opinion more near and dear, at least to me. So, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of pressure on Joshua. And Joshua got to do something. They better hope Wilder Fury don't happen, and they better hope Dillian White beats Derek Chisora, which is not really a gimme. Derek Chisora can win. You know? So that'll be like the icing. If Wilder Fury happens and Derek Chisora wins, that Joshua's gonna be screwed. And see, this is the thing, people. Smash the like button. I don't know what's going on with the likes. I don't know if people are liking and it's like YouTube's not giving credit, or if y'all really slacking on the likes like this. We don't even have 100 likes, bro. Like these, I'm telling you, these live streams, I'm trying to tell y'all, these live streams are gonna get shorter and shorter. You know, I don't make threats, I make promises. I'm telling y'all. Y'all gotta, if y'all want these lives coming back, that's the only way I can bring them to you, because it's too time consuming sitting in a chair. Like, I love to entertain, I love having this, because a lot of people can't do this where they can just talk to the crowd and, you know, and this is my best chance to do it. So I enjoy doing it, but, you know, at the end of the day, it gotta make sense. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but we gotta try to fight through it and push through it. You know, actually the thing is crazy is like everything's on the up and up. Like, you know, everything's doing well on the channel, numbers, money, stuff, but it's like likes are like I don't know, it's just crazy. So I don't know what's going on. And then you have a small channel and then their likes will be up. You know, it's just like weird. It's YouTube doing some weird shit. Trying to make it look like it was less relevant than it is or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Or giving people likes and they didn't really get them. I don't know. I don't really know. But like I said, we gotta push through it, whatever the fuck they're going through. I don't know what's going on. I don't know you beat, I don't know you lost to. All I know is on my end it shows. I don't know you beat, I don't know you lost to. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, we just gotta push through it. This ain't shit. This ain't nothing new. YouTube been having glitches and bugs and shit, so whatever. Anyway, man, we just kill it. We on top of it. This is what it is. We on top of the game. You know, maybe they want to make it harder or something. I don't know. Maybe they want to leverage it because we do so well on regular videos, so they don't want to, you know, make it look like these streams are more popping. And I don't know, but fuck it. Man, YouTube been tripping, bro. And the funny thing is they're owned by Google. You got all this money and your live stream is the buggiest. Instagram came out with live. Don't seem to have that many problems that I've seen when I've used it. Facebook, you know, live ain't something new. Yeah, see, no, I'm not doing it now, but it did that double live stream the other day. Like, I didn't do that. How the fuck am I streaming live? And it literally had 2 live streams going at the same time. And I did a lot. I've done so many of these live streams. I know how to do this shit. So I don't know how you can even make a double live stream. You know, it's just been doing weird shit like that. I'll put a thumbnail picture for the live stream and then it won't show it. It's just weird shit. So, you know, we got to just push through whatever it is, like I said. Anyway, a lot of pressure on Joshua. We know what it is. A lot of pressure. Because he got to do something. People are starting to see it. People are starting to see it. People are starting to call him out on it. And, you know, the truth is here. And the truth is near. I think everyone has to just embrace it. And I really don't feel how Joshua went about it was the great look for him. You know, you got vocal after Wilder fought Fury. And even that in itself, it doesn't sit well because now, put it this way. Tyson Fury and Wilder both showed vulnerability, right? Obviously, Tyson Fury showed vulnerability because it showed he could be hurt in the 2 rounds he was dropped, and especially the 12th round, of course. Wilder showed vulnerability in the fact that he was getting outboxed in those middle rounds. And his accuracy was off, you know, and Fury made him look more basic, you know, in his approach and his attack. Now, Joshua comes out the woodwork. It's almost unfair because Joshua would have been the one had to figure it out. Don't let another man like Tyson Fury come in and show you how to handle or box Wilder and give you ideas. Do you get what I'm saying? And then give you ideas, and then now you're more confident because these dudes are battering each other. You get what I'm saying? I think that shout out to Real Brother 32. He did another $20. He said, shout out to Ego Army, Ego Valley, the Dawn, always holding us down. The YouTube algorithm is messing up. I watched another one of your early videos. You called it, bro. He is boxed in and has to move sooner than later. Most def. Appreciate you as always. Yeah, I just feel like either way it's a bad look because you waited till, like I said, you waited for them to batter each other and expose vulnerabilities. They had to do that. Now you want to jump in. Even if he really listen, let's say, I'm not even convinced of this, but let's say he really wants to fight him in April. Now all of a sudden you're confident because you see that it could be done. But when Wilder was like knocking everybody out, you didn't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? When Tyson Fury was, you know, not really having much struggle and outboxing people, you didn't want no smoke. Now all of a sudden you're down to fight both. That's not a good look, I'm telling you. Because you waited until vulnerabilities were expressed and showed, and you waited to outcome. And like I said, I'm still not sure and convinced that he even wants to fight for April. I think he has to save face, to be honest. You know, he has to save face. And like, you know, I heard Eddie Hearn told him to be more vocal and upfront about this shit. But why didn't Eddie Hearns, the whole thing is fucked up. Why didn't Eddie Hearns give him this advice when Wilder was screaming on him? Please let me know. Block UK hoodlums. Please let me know. Why would Eddie Hearns just now tell him to be vocal? Please let me know. Shout out to Slip the Jab, taking care of that easy work. Watch him come back hella times too. Anyway, when the whole time Wilder's screaming on him, he was quiet? Why wait now? Why, you know what I'm saying? Why did you tell him to, why did Eddie Hearns, why are you instructing him to be more vocal now? Wouldn't you be more vocal when Joshua, before Wilder had his sights on Joshua, he wasn't really worried about Fury like most people because everybody thought Fury had some catching up to do, you know, from his long layoff. So he was solely worried about AJ and he wasn't being vocal. Now all of a sudden, when Fury is like, you know, the redheaded stepchild or whatever, and he's like a factor in this whole triangle, now you want to be more vocal. Horrible, you know, horror. Any way you slice it is horrible. Whether you really want it, it's horrible because you waited till they exposed vulnerabilities in each other to publicly show the same level of confidence. And if you don't want it, I mean, obviously that's horrible too, because you're just you know, selling wolf tickets to try to clear your name. How do you teach a girl some discipline? Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit, what does that have to do with anything? Yeah, you were one dumb comment away from being deleted by one of my subscribers. We talking boxing, you trying to turn girls into slaves and shit. Anyway, you know, either way, it's not a good look. And now you got Lennox Lewis, who's, you know, publicly, and he's like, hey. Yo, Ego, what's up with Hearn coming out talking about Joshua could fight on any network? He originally said he was fighting only on Dazn. Man, who knows? I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. You know, I heard people talk about it, but I heard what he said, but I haven't seen it. I don't even know where it's at. I don't even know where the interview's at, but I just heard everyone talking about it. You know, people sent me like quotes and shit. But I haven't actually watched it come out of his mouth. But this is no mystery. There's no mystery. And the funny thing is, Dazn in all the commercials, you know, the promo commercials, they keep showing Joshua's face and punches and film highlights and him walking out. It's almost like false advertising. You know, it's like you're trying to use the Joshua brand, but he's not even exclusive to the app, you know. Use Jesse Vargas and Daniel Roman, like people who are like like more permanent fixtures on there. You know what I mean? That's just crazy to me. And the funny thing is, like, I don't know. But see, you guys hear it. Like, even the questions you guys are asking me. How is it that Eddie Hearn, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's like literal things that Eddie Hearn has said, and then it's changed. How do you guys allow for somebody to say this, backtrack, say this, backtrack, say this, change it, say this, switch? How is this a thing? How, like, I don't even understand how these zombies even have a leg to stand on, or even have the gall to try to debunk what new media is saying. You know, he's clearly saying things that are often switched or changed later on, or don't come true. Oh yeah, Tyson Fury is gonna pull out. Didn't happen. Tyson Fury is gonna get injured. Didn't happen. Oh, Wilder Fury won't happen altogether. It's for publicity and promotion. They're just doing it for banter, proper banter for didn't happen. The fight happened. You know, how is this even a discussion? You know, oh, if people want to fight Joshua, they have to come to Dazn. Now saying he's not exclusive. You know, Joshua, you know, I'm just talking about the whole umbrella. 50 mil, I'll fight him tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow you get 50 million offer. I'm not fighting him. Let's Roll. I'm not fighting him in America. Why'd you put Let's Roll with some fireballs or whatever? You know, it's just whatever. That's why this shit is easy to me. You guys can keep saying it, keep saying whatever you want. The world sees it, and it is what it is. But in my honest opinion, Dazn is going to have to step it up. You know, cards like listen, Demetrius Andrade versus Artur Akov, that's the guy that looks like Wolverine, who Billy Joe Saunders beat 3 years ago. They're putting this the day before Manny Pacquiao fight. Why? There's this I don't know if he's an evangelist, but there's this like white, I don't know, it's like a famous meme. It's this white like evangelist or preacher, deacon, and then they got a compilation of all of it, the times he said why. And he's like, why? And it's just him saying why. That's how I feel about this fight. I love Andre. I think he's a great fighter. I've interviewed him. I watched him spar live. He's dope. But Artur Akov, in New York at the Hulu Theater for a first title defense. You're fighting on January 18th on the East Coast. Broner is from the Midwest. Pacquiao's from the Philippines. Both have established names in America, and they're on pay-per-view a day after you. A day after you. Like I said previously, I don't know. Again, this is sometimes people have money, and I don't know if they have money to dish out, but it's like the think tank seems off with DAZN. Like some of the decisions they're made. Why would you, even if you wanted that, why, I said it before, why wouldn't you put this fight at like the Hard Rock? So maybe you could just capture some of the visitors who are in town for boxing and have nothing to do, or don't have plans, and they want to see Andre fight. Put that at the Hard Rock. I don't think Hulu Theater is like significantly bigger or smaller. Put it at somewhere like the Hard Rock, get a little room there, put this fight there. So maybe at the very least, people go to the weigh-in the daytime for Manny Pacquiao and Broner. And then at night, for some of the boxing fans, they could slide by the Hard Rock, watch this card, this DAZN card, and then skip out, because the clubs in Vegas, they stay lit. So you could really do it all. You could, if it happened in Vegas, you could go to the fight. I love covering fights on my neck of the woods, because these West Coast fights, I tell you, West Side, baby. The Pepper Mill's in Reno. That's definitely not gonna happen. Reno's far from Vegas. That shit is far. That's not anywhere near. So get Google Maps. Anyway, the thing I like about the West Coast fights is we be in and out. When I watched Ward and Kovalev, I think I had left, we were done by like 9:20. Well, actually the fight, I don't know when we were done, but I think the fight had ended like 9:20 or some shit, West Coast Pacific time. So people could go to Andre's fight on Friday, West Coast time, and still be out in time to hit some clubs or strip clubs, because Vegas stays lit, right? So basically piggyback off of Pacquiao Broner. That would have been the sensible thing to do. But instead, you're putting Andre on the East Coast, which is 3 hours ahead, a day before Broner Pacquiao. I just don't understand that. It really makes no sense to me. And then the whole card is not really. Gerald Miller versus Trevor Bryan. Chris Algieri versus Danny Gonzalez. Talk about Danny, champ of the world, Danny. I just don't understand. It's just like, how is DAZN for? And see, the problem is this. People like think, oh, ego. Y'all gotta smash the like button. People might be thinking, oh, ego, you're being hard on DAZN. No, I'm not. You know why? Because unlike PBC, when they first came out, the brain behind PBC doesn't even do interviews, and that's Al Heyman, right? So the thing is this, Al Heyman just dropped the PBC. That's it. This is the fights, these are the fights to expect, this is kind of what we're trying to do, threw it out there. DAZN, they hooked up with Eddie Hearns, so the very first impression that boxing fans got was everything Eddie Hearns was talking about. You're in cahoots, you're in concert with Eddie Hearns. You're the one that appointed him. Before the Canelo and Golden Boy deal, it was Eddie Hearns. So people are holding DAZN to a standard like they would with anything, but some of that it derives from Eddie Hearns and what he was saying. And that's a fact. You got to live with that. That's the first impression. So when I hear talks about Showtime is going to follow HBO and pay-per-view is dead, and even with Canelo, they're making commercials talking about pay-per-view is dead. I'm like, all right, cool. Eating my popcorn. Hold on. You know what? That's a good idea. See, eating my popcorn. Right on time. You ever think of something as you say it? I'm like eating my pop. I'm hungry as fuck. And I'm like, yeah, eating, you know, you just be eating your pop. Wait. Eating your popcorn, huh? I'm hungry as fuck. Anyway, this popcorn hella good. Oh, this smart food? This is smart. Y'all be eating that dumb food. Listening to all types of bullshit. See, I eat that smart food. Y'all got dumb phones. Y'all be eating dumb food. Y'all some dum-dum. This shit hidden. It's fresh too. Shout out to Smart Food. Sponsor the channel. Now, I'm gonna get dinner when I get off here. Listen. Al Heyman dropped PPC. He didn't say shit. He just, I got a new special coming out. Eddie Hearn was the representation for Dazn, and he had a lot to say. You got, that's what you appointed. That's what, that's the first impression people got. And like I said, like Wilder said, to this day, you're doing commercials talking about, oh, ding dong, the pay-per-view's dead and all this. So, you know, the brain power is, they're putting pressure on themselves by doing all that. You get what I'm saying? They're putting pressure. If you're saying pay-per-view's dead and you're going again, and Eddie Hearn was like subliminally dissing Al Heyman several times. Oh, when PBC started, this in Al. Oh my God, hey, I would hate to be against Al. I'm telling you straight up, that motherfucker be playing some chess, right? I would hate to go against him because I remember Eddie Hearns just recently did an interview before the Fox PBC deal was announced, and he was saying, "Hey, it's kind of funny, don't you see?" Eddie Hearns, he's like one of them pompous, like British dude types. So like he does stuff in kind of like a condescending, snarky way, and where I'm from, we would call it dry snitching. He tries to make it like, like he's down and hip and stuff, but he be dry snitching. He's like, yeah. And then Broner showed the contract, and I mean, he's claiming he's getting more than what was disclosed to the Nevada State Commission. I mean, I don't know if that's legal, but that's dry snitching. Don't worry about what they're doing. That's dry snitching. You're just trying to, I mean, if they're saying he's getting $1 million and that's what they're disclosing, and they're really, paying him more. I don't know how legal that is. Like, that's snitching. The cops are like, who's the one shooting? That's the same shit, Who fired them shots? We know dry snitching. Come on, this ain't preschool. But Eddie Hearns be dry snitching, trying to make it like he won't outright incriminate himself and like just come out as a snitch. Just like some of, I'm not calling him racist, but this is how some of the racists do. Some of the racists, what they'll do is they'll be racist, but they won't just come out and put themselves on Front Street. But you could tell by everything they say is racist in the comment section. Stereotypes and just bullshit. That's what like closet dry snitching, closet racist. This is the same type of behaviors. You're not outright saying the N-word or this and that, but everything you're saying, we know what it is. And Eddie Hearns be dry snitching. Like telling. Shout out to Anthony Pascal. $5 super chat. Where's the merch at, Ego? I'm trying to show my friends I'm cooler than them. That's funny. You almost made me choke on a... I was actually about to choke. Stay tuned, my friend. And you are cooler than your friends. Because you're here right now. This popcorn is delicious. Shout out to this man, Kane. Kane the bad guy. Say hello to the bad guy, man. Eddie Hearn was one of the people saying PBC was spending too much money to stay in business. This is what I'm talking about. And look at DAZN. Listen. Oh, you're lucky. Because I was on Instagram. I got a screenshot. I screenshot shit. I'll be building cases, all types of shit. They got Canelo Hall. Y'all better hope this iCloud didn't sync, or that's your ass, Mr. Postman. iCloud synced. Y'all want to see this? If y'all want to see this, can I get a hell yeah? This is from DAZN. This is my point. Y'all lucky. It's synced on my other phone. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, well. I gotta put that down for a minute. All right, look. DAZN looking desperate. Look at it. I don't know. I don't know if you can see it. Here, let me zoom in. All right. It has a look. DAZN. So that says sponsored. This is DAZN's Instagram. I was just on Instagram and I seen it. So what it says is this. It's a picture, it's a graphic of Canelo. Right? It's an ad. It says, the Canelo versus Rocky fight is now on demand on DAZN. Watch the fight to see how Canelo takes down Rocky Fielding and earns himself the WBA super middleweight title. First of all, who wants to watch that fight again? Yeah, it wasn't even really a fight. Like, bro, listen. He did not have DAZN gloves. Okay, I'm done. Hey, real brother got that eagle eye. They really photoshopped DAZN gloves on him. What about no boxing, no life? Oh, actually, he might have did that for he actually wore DAZN gloves for the promo thing. But still, that looks desperate to me. You got to wear DAZN gloves. Like, when did Al make Errol Spence wear some PBC gloves, like, for, you know what I'm saying, for a photo shoot? But whatever. Hey, real brother, you out of pocket. But anyway, just listen. Why would you pay for an Instagram ad to watch a fight that just came on Saturday that was a one-sided beatdown and kind of a mismatch days later? Like, this is up now. Why are you still running an ad? Like, it's about to be this Saturday. What is it, Thursday? You know what I'm saying? It's almost a week ago and you still running ads trying to get people to watch the Canelo 3-round massacre. And then, you know, in the description, just like, watch how Canelo got the belt. But real boxing fans know he got a super middleweight belt, regular version. You know, and obviously they're not going to say that, but Caleb Smith, I believe, has the real version of the belt. So, you know, it's just, it's technically true, but it's kind of misleading. You got Canelo in the ad for with Dazn gloves, and you're trying to get people to watch a fight that really wasn't that good. The card wasn't that good, you know, in my honest opinion. It really wasn't that good. I'm glad I didn't go. To be honest, I'm coming from Cali. This shit gotta make sense. And you're running ads for that. And then Kevin Iole, I told you, we're not done. These moves look desperate. It looks like it's not. I'm telling you, DAZN finna fuck around and be hot. They thought Canelo was just gonna come and save the day, and you know, all of a sudden, you know, everyone just follows the money man. But it's not. Look, Kevin Iole of Yahoo Sports. It says, I just looked at the DAZN app today and noticed they're replaying a bunch of classic Oscar De La Hoya fights, including De La Hoya Whitaker, De La Hoya Chavez, and De La Hoya versus Hector Camacho. So they're struggling for content so much that they had, see, Oscar probably has the rights to some of his fights, I guess. So they were able to get those fights. So who's like, I mean, who's just gonna go back and watch Oscar versus Camacho right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems all over the place. You're streaming, which is the future. So that's kind of catered to the millennial, you know, side of things. But then you're advertising fights that you can get your hands on and uploading them. It's like they don't have an identity. Like the old heads a lot of the millennials weren't even born when Oscar had them fights. So do you know what I'm saying? Are they gonna just like, oh, this is great now? You have to be able to relate. Like who's your core market audience, you know? And I guess being new, they don't know. Because I feel like the old heads would maybe watch the Oscar fights, but then the fact that it's streaming, how many old heads are gonna get a stream? Some people don't know how to operate the technology. So, you know, I don't really feel like that's gonna drive a ton of people like, oh shit, Oscar versus Whitaker. Some people thought Whitaker got robbed in that fight, and Ike Cortez, and Felix Sturm. Why don't you put them fights on there? You know, at least have the Tito Trinidad fight. You know, it's really weird. Why those fights, you know, out of Oscar's career? Why don't you put the Pacquiao shit that, you know, at least he's fighting next month, and he did a number on De La Hoya. So it might have to be, it might do something have something to do with the rights. Maybe they don't have the rights to air. I don't know what it is, but those are really random. Oscar and Camacho, Whitaker, and whatever else the other fight was. Shout out to Mike B, $5. Sounds like DAZN didn't make as much money as they thought it would. Surprise, motherfucker. Petty. To me, those moves seem kind of desperate. Like, if Canelo just brought a whole new crazy, like money into the pot with his first fight, then why are you wouldn't even have to advertise and tell people to watch the Rocky Fielding fight, you know? But I'm trying to explain to you the best way I know how. There is no business that can stay in business and keep spending without getting the money back. You have to get money back. I'm in New York. I'm a Cali kid. How would I be here if I wasn't able to afford it? If I wasn't, you know, if I had the Wayans brothers, you know, Wayans family, big ass kid, you know, hella kids, and I couldn't afford it, you know, I wouldn't be able to do it. But like, you know, putting Oscars fights up, Canelo ads, you're just spending more and more money. See, the thing with ESPN, they have other shit, college sports and shit that people like. They might not even watch it for the boxing. ESPN is a notable, everybody knows what ESPN, like every time I get an alert from them, you know, it has some like themed music and I know who it is. You know, First Take. They don't have DAZN First Take. You know, so they're always gonna have a block. Danny G, he cared more how I look than this boxing talk. You know, they're always gonna have an uphill battle with that. Just being new, I'm telling you, you have to. And see, the thing that really makes it look worse to me is that Eddie Hearns came through the gates like saying everything that it was gonna be, so people kind of expect it. Talking about we have $1 billion, like I'm just being real. What looks like they have more money, Premier Boxing Champs or DAZN, based on what we know of the foreseeable future? What outlet or whatever you want to call it looks like it has? So, you know, let me get this straight. Charlo's fighting on Fox. You know, they were able to get in a good sub last minute replacement for someone who failed a drug test. They're doing fights like Pacquiao Broner with a lit undercard, Marcus Brown and Badu Jack, right? On pay-per-view. So they're gonna be eaten. The day before, DAZN is doing Demetrius Andrade, Artur Akov, Chris Algieri versus Danny Gonzalez. Don't know who that is. And Gerald Miller, most likely versus Trevor Bryan on a whole different coast. So I don't see, like, put it this way. There's a chance people from the East Coast would go to Broner fight, like would fly to the Broner fight in Vegas. Who doesn't want to go to Vegas? It's a chance to get away. I could picture doing that. I don't know many people that would fly from the West Coast and go see the Andrade card. So it's really going to be probably if you live in the vicinity or you're coming with one of the teams or some shit. Like, you know, like I follow them closely. You know, I write for the Rhode Island paper or something, you know, stuff like that. And you're competing with a bigger card on the opposite side of town. They're doing it. They have another card competing with Spence, Mikey Garcia. It's just what's the thought process on that? Why would you compete with Mikey Garcia Spence? Please let me know. You know, and like at least even if you had a fight that was somewhat, I remember Canelo. He was on Showtime and he fought against a true story because I remember all this stuff. It's crazy. My memory's crazy. Canelo fought Josecito Lopez in Vegas. On the undercard, Marcos Maidana, his first fight with Robert Garcia. He fought Jesus Soto Caras. And they had some more people on the card. You know, like Devin Alexander or whoever, right? And then that was competing with Sergio Martinez versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. on HBO pay-per-view, also in Vegas. You get what I'm saying? So that at least kind of made sense, even though the more anticipated fight was Sergio and Chavez, it was still Canelo as the main event on Showtime. If I invested $1 billion into something and it's failing, somebody about to get murdered, you out of pocket. I mean, I'm really just analyzing what we're talking about. It gets worse, y'all. I haven't even told y'all about this. This is an ego exclusive. I don't think a lot of people even know about this. DAZN, like you just said about wanting to murder somebody, DAZN's finna be mad when these matchups just keep getting made. I'm trying to tell y'all. Please tell me. I'm not trying to give y'all that work. If y'all want that work, okay. If y'all want the work, can I get a hell yeah? I'll do it, but I don't want to. Then you didn't get Derek Chisora, Dillian White, which, you know, you didn't get Carl Frampton, Josh Warrington. Those are the biggest fights, that and the Charlo fight. These are the biggest fights for the rest of the year. I don't want to have to do this to y'all. I'm just being real. Y'all want it? All right. This is what Eddie Hearn's putting on DAZN. Hold on. I know y'all could read that. Y'all want it? Do y'all really want to see this? All right. Y'all want to see it? I'll show y'all. All right, this is Eddie Hearn's DAZN special. Eddie Hearn. Terms agreed. Sergio Martinez. Yeah, the guy, the guy that retired with Cotto, the bum knee. Yeah, that. Terms agreed with Sergio Martinez for Ted_Mr. Fisher. And I'm like, huh? Who is that? Ted M. Fisher. His name is Ted Cheeseman. Sergio Martinez versus Ted Cheeseman. Hey, bro. Who is Ted Cheeseman? Sit the fuck down. Who is? Hold on. Who is Ted Cheeseman? The motherfucker. He got all the cheeses. Man, I got what you need, player. I got the mozzarella, Havarti. I got the Gouda. Who the fuck is Ted Cheeseman? Like, real talk. How did he get to 15-0? I never heard of him. 15-0, 9 KOs, super welterweight WBA international champion. What? Terms agreed with Sergio Martinez for Ted Cheeseman to challenge European champion hold on. Maybe I read this wrong. I don't know. Maybe Ted Cheeseman, maybe it says for Ted Cheeseman to challenge European champion Sergio Garcia on February 2nd. So maybe Matavia Promotions. I thought he was bringing Sergio out of retirement, to be honest. And the sad thing is that wouldn't shock me, because I heard Sergio might come back for Chavez Jr. But I guess he's fighting maybe one of Matavia's fighters. Okay, so who is Ted Cheeseman versus European champion Sergio Garcia? Who are they? Hey, this British humor crazy, yo. This British humor crazy. That should say hashtag the big cheese. Like, this is what you're calling the fight, bro? Hey, Dazn, man, you gotta do something, baby. Who's Ted Cheeseman? Like, I need answers. Hey, Isaiah, chill. He said, I keep up with up-and-comers, and I've never heard of him till now. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'd rather see you fight Teddy Riley than Ted the fucking Bear with Mark Wahlberg movies. Like, who is Ted? I'd rather see you fight the stuffed Ted, the one be smoking weed and shit with Marky Mark. Like, bro, who is Ted? Like, Dazn, who is Ted? I need answers, really. Who is Ted Cheeseman at this point? Who is Sergio Garcia? Like, I've heard of Pita Garcia, Roberto Garcia, Big G, Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia. Talk about Danny. Angel Garcia. Andy Garcia from Godfather 3. But who the fuck is Sergio Garcia? Like, what are we talking about right now? Who's Ted Cheeseman? Sit the fuck down. Hey, these are. Hey, I told y'all from the beginning. Dazn can't do the UK matchmaking is different, bro. It's different. You can't just think because you're successful with that it's gonna happen over here. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if Eddie Hearns fully understand the market. It's different, different shit. Same reason I don't really feel like he's given Danny Jacobs his biggest fights. Danny Jacobs has had some tough fights, but they haven't been bigger than his biggest fight. Name a Danny Jacobs fight bigger than the Peter Quillen fight he did with PBC. Name a Danny Jacobs fight bigger than the the Triple G fight since he's been with Matchroom. He's fought tough fights, but he hasn't fought anybody bigger or that raises his clout more than Triple G or Peter Quillen. Not one person. You know, tough guys, high risk, low reward guys, but not guys that, you know, give Danny Jacobs the real. I think Danny Jacobs probably got more respect just for. I'm not talking about from me. I'm talking about from a casual fan perspective. He probably got more respect almost beating Triple G or in your mind beating Triple G but losing than he did fighting, you know, somebody else after that the public wasn't familiar with. They look at stuff like that. You know, oh, he was a massive underdog versus Triple G. You know, I haven't really seen like a reputation builder fight like that casuals would get behind too. You know what I'm saying? And now we got to deal with Dazn and Ted Cheeseman. I'm telling you, man, Dazn is going to start demanding some shit. Like, it has to be educated moves. Like, Al Heyman ain't even playing fair. His stable's too big. He announcing all these fucking fights. And see, this is the fake part about it. You have boxing fans who was talking some shit like after Fox on PBC announced. They're like, oh, yeah, I mean, there's a couple of good fights, but they're okay fights. I mean, nothing to go crazy for. Okay, so what do you like on Dazn? You like Canelo, Rocky Fielding? You like Jaime Munguia versus the other Inui, not the one we all know from the lighter divisions? You know, do you like Ted Cheeseman, you know, with the best cheeses in town, the Havarti? You know, how can you even fix your lips as a boxing fan to perpetuate some bullshit like you're not feeling these Fox cards, but then have nothing to say about Ted Cheeseman and Sergio Garcia? You know, Chris Algieri versus Danny Gonzalez. Like, it's at the point where I don't even know who these guys are. Like, for example, Chris Algieri, this is off the top of my head, Chris Algieri versus Amir Imam. That would be a good fight for where they're both at. Amir Imam lost to Adrian Granados, and he lost to Jose Ramirez. And I don't think he looked the same after the Granados fight. So in the Ramirez fight, you know, he looked a bit off. He didn't look like he was pulling the trigger the same. Chris Algieri versus him, I think that's solid. You know what I'm saying? But they're fighting Danny Gonzalez. I don't even know who that is. You know? So it's like a lot of the DAZN fighters are fighting people that the other big names in the division beat. Like Gerald Miller fought Gerald Washington. Well, that wasn't on DAZN. He fought Maris Weck, who had already lost to Povetkin, Klitschko. He fought Thomas Adamak, who had already lost to Eric Molina and others, right? And was retired and unretired for whatever reason. Like, you know, he fought Johan Duhapa, who Wilder already beat, and Povetkin also knocked out. You know, Tevin Farmer just fought Fonseca, who Tank Davis knocked out. You know, and it's not just about fighting guys with loss, because, you know, it's boxing. Sometimes you're going to get that. But it's like between those are the fights that you're getting. Like, how many times has Abner Matas lost? Once. Tank is undefeated. Abner Matas is a 3 or 4 weight division champion with 1 loss and a better resume. You know, Abner got a resume. You know, he's done more than Tank to this point. Not saying he beats Tank, but he has a better resume. You know, he's gotten the big fights. 2 Leo Santa Cruz fights, 2 Joseph Gbeko fights, a Johnny Gonzalez fight. He was on and popping before Tank. So, you know, rightfully so, he had the bigger fights. It's that simple. You know, he fought Jesus Cuellar before Tank when he was a champion. So that, without a doubt, is a solid fight. That's a good fight. You know, StubHub Center, he's from SoCal. I mean, he's been calling out. They've been doing a little trash talk for the past couple of months. That's a good fight. Abner Mares, despite what you think will happen, Abner Mares only lost once. And he has a world of experience, and he has a ton of experience. So maybe he could make it interesting. I'm not giving a fight prediction. I'm just telling you. But it's hard to gauge when I've never, like Dog Bandino, I've never even seen him. So I can't even really tell you. You know what I'm saying? I can't even tell you what type of fight he gonna bring because I don't even know him. You know? And I'm telling you, man, Dazon's gonna have to. They have to get something popping. And you can't keep just dishing out money. Like, you know what? It's like cooking. You can't, in a search for trying to find the perfect taste, put too much seasoning. Like, there's certain things, I know how to cook. There's certain things if you do in cooking, you can try to counter it, but you can't eliminate it. So it's easy to be light-handed than heavy-handed. Like, for example, if you're making like a dish, like a pasta dish or meat or something, and you make it too salty, right? There's no real reversal. If something's too salty, it's too salty. You could try to add lemon or something bitter to try to counter it, or sweet, or, you know, you could try different shit. But it's best to be light-handed than heavy-handed. Because you can always, if you're light and you taste it and you're like, oh, nah, this tastes too bland, you know, put a little bit more. But if you just start, that's the same way with money, like in a new business adventure. See, a lot of people, I'm trying to tell you, I've done YouTube. I've built something from the ground up with no help other than my voice, my ideas, and great fans, you know, and a vision. So I know firsthand how it is to come from the mud. A lot of people start this YouTube, they automatically want to be where you're at. Like, you know, some people will say, oh, what camera do you use, Ego? What is this? Don't worry about all that, because if you're a new channel, you should be worried about finding your voice. Don't worry about the fucking camera, because you might not even make it to the point where you can even justify. I tried telling people, you might not even make it to the point where you can even justify having bought that camera. So what you should do, I'm not saying get the lowest quality camera, but don't overspend. You know, don't go out and buy this, you know, wow 4K and you don't even know if you're going to be consistent with it because you have a newborn or you have a job that's taxing or your girlfriend. Like, you spending all this money on equipment and you ain't even built shit. You know, that's like me first starting YouTube and I come out with merchandise in 2 months. Do you get what I'm saying? That's not the ticket. That's kind of what Dazn feels like to me. Like, I knew this dude. I'm not gonna say his name, but I knew a dude. He was like a plumber or some electrician or some shit. He had bread. He had bread because he had a profession that was paying him well. So he would just buy hella equipment. But the thing is, I had a lesser camera, but my music videos was doper because I actually studied, watched tutorials, I learned, and I knew how to edit. He didn't know how to edit, but he was just so worried about getting the fanciest camera. This is what Dazn is starting to feel like. They keep dishing out money, putting money on top of money. That's like putting more salt on something that's already salty. You know, I'm not saying money doesn't fix it. That's the bottom line. Money's not gonna fix shit. You know, you can't just put money on, like if you're already in a debt, you need to analyze that and then see where you can maybe cut the debt or, you know, what's needed and what's not needed. And I'm telling you, I promise you, even this YouTube shit. Look, I'm trying to help Dazn because they're gonna need some help with the way shit is Okay. Y'all don't even want to know what I just found out. Dazn, they gotta do something, baby. Oh, okay. I was about to say. I was about to go crazy. I went to Dazn's YouTube and it said Oscar De La Hoya Classic Fights. I thought they were putting it. I was like, what's the point of getting the app if you're gonna show it here? But I guess it's just a trailer for his fights or some shit. Whatever. All right. This is what I'm talking about, people. See, you got, okay, so Dazn got $1 billion, right? Their Rocky Fielding press conference on their own page, so their own filmmakers, 4 days ago got 7,000 views. They have an Oscar De La Hoya 11-minute clip 4 days ago that got 2,000 views. Their Canelo clip 4 days ago, immediately after the fight, got 11,000 views. Right? These did better, you know, the documentary. But that's 75,000, you know, they so I think they might have dropped it too close to the fight too. I don't know. But then this one did better. It's 240. You know, Final Presser 11. Like, this is their official page. Look. 5,000 view. Look, 680. They're talking to David Lemieux. Rocky Fielding, 1,000. You get what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to help, but y'all don't understand it. Look, I did a tank video today, December 20th. 5,000 views. Canelo Alvarez video that I did today. Oh shit. Hold on. I accidentally hit the button. I did a Canelo video at 9 a.m. today. It has 13,000 views. Like, yo, listen. I put up a, how is it that, new or not, Dazn's been around, hold on. Damn, this shit. Hold on. What the fuck? This is crazy. I'm trying to figure out how I had this. Listen, I did a video today, got 13,000 views. Right? Dazn has been around long enough, like they should be probably getting more views on their YouTube by now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. They need to get someone to help them with their YouTube. Shit like that. That's what I'm saying, Dazn. I'm just being real. How you have Canelo's post-fight interview, so you probably uploaded it before like Ellie and shit like that. But Ellie, I guarantee you he got more views than that. And you the supplier? Nah, bro. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Like, see, this is the thing. I done all this from the mud. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if I just had VIP access to every fighter. Like, I had established the rapport, or I worked for a company that was reputable, so the fighters had to come and talk to me. This shit would be a cakewalk. See, the thing is, in this game, you gotta establish, you gotta let people know who you are, and you know, you got to meet them your own way and network. But if you work for a company, you could be like, oh, Canelo, come talk to, you know, Joey right now. Come talk to Joey. He's a Dazn representative. So you could facilitate those things easy, because these are fighters on your network. So, you know, like, once again, that's not really great viewership. HBO boxing, again, I know they were out for longer, but Showtime, HBO, BT Sports, like, go look at BT Sports, the Wilder Fury shit they did. I'm gonna look it up right now. Their views they were doing killer views on BT Sports YouTube. I've learned a lot by tuning into this stream. Appreciate you. Look, I rest my case. BT Sport, by the way, is not like this major known thing in America. Look, BT Sport, their documentary for Wilder has almost 1 million. It was done a month ago, but it has 897,000. This one had 400,000, an interview with Fury. You get what I'm saying? Canelo is more of an established pay-per-view star than all of them. So something is not really registering to me. Like, you're putting the content, I don't know. They're not doing something right. Because you have Canelo, bro. You should be winning all the way. Tyson Fury and Wilder, they weren't established in America. He said wide neck versus long neck got more views. Yeah, man. You got, see, and the thing that hurts him is Eddie Hearns and all that. We got the biggest stars in boxing. Okay, you got the biggest stars in boxing, but then your YouTube that's showcasing the biggest stars in boxing, the numbers aren't there. That's crazy. And it don't matter if they're new. I would expect somebody who's new to pass me when they have, you know, red cameras and Canelo exclusive interviews and, you know, shit like that. Because you're basically like the networks. And see, the thing that makes it worse, just to be 100% honest, the thing that makes it worse for DAZN is I keep seeing ads. So something's not how are you spending money doing hella ads, but then you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, the viewership's not reflected of that. So you're just spending money. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who's doing it. You know, I'm not trying to take a shit on nobody because I don't know who's behind it. I promise you I could get their YouTube numbers up for sure. YouTube, I know that. You know, video editing, I know that too. You get what I'm saying? And there's no reason, but you have to do it the right way, you know? That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, man, these companies need to go through, it's like, you know, like on some gangster shit, how you have to go to the hood, you got to check in. These companies should check in with YouTubers that are not just any YouTuber, but the YouTubers that are really doing it at a high level. They should really be checking in with us, you know? And I don't say that from a place of arrogance, but you got to look at it. You're doing it your way and you're getting what you get, you know? So over time you're going to get, but think about how many videos Ellie Dunn put out that went viral. Imagine if you gave him some content, you know, or paid him like, hey, you know, get this buzzing. You know, he probably has a better chance of doing it than whatever the fuck they doing. There's no reason Canelo's YouTube numbers should look like that. They didn't look like that on HBO, you know, and this is all part of the promotion. I already know what I could do. I'm not even worried about it. Put me in Canelo's camp where I can get exclusive everything and footage and, you know, walk around where I want, film sparring, you know, and splice it up into, man, I'll kill an edit. That's just easy. I've been doing that for years. So, you know, to be honest, I just feel like they're spinning. And see, this is the thing. This is why you got to understand and appreciate the YouTube hustle. How are us YouTubers getting more views and shit than companies damn near with less resources? You might want to fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, who paid for my plane ticket? Who paid for this hotel room I'm in right now? Me. That's who. They spending money. Whatever, bro. Flying, and see, this is the thing. They're flying people out, but you're not even flying. You're probably not even flying the right people. You didn't. They didn't fly me out, but my channel's more popping, so they already failing. You know what I'm saying? Why are you going? Why are you going? Why would you fly out somebody who has like 10,000 subs, and they're not no plug in boxing? So you're paying for their hotel and to get the footage and all that. That's dope. You're not even doing it right. NBA's good, yeah. This digital media game is different. And see, I'm trying to tell y'all, a lot of people don't respect it. A lot of people don't respect it. Like, oh, what if YouTubers can't help me? They don't look at it. But you got to go with the impact. It's just like some of them Instagram comedians, they'll get your product out better than, buying an ad on TV. Some of them. Look at what Logan Paul did and his brother, Jake Paul and KSI and all that. They did that off YouTube. Bro, I'm not even trying to be funny. Logan Paul in that KSI fight is probably going to have more people that were there for sure than Andrade fight. That you have to start analyzing shit like that. How these fucking these YouTubers doing diss videos and rap videos and back and forth, their weigh-ins are getting millions of views. You got to start, YouTube, you got to start giving it up, because us YouTubers be grinding a different way. I'm just trying to tell you, you got all these corporate people in here and, pulling, oh yeah, I think, I got the schematics, you got all these people and they doing it, and you spending all this money, and what are you getting back from it? I'm trying to tell you, man, I'm from the Bay. The Bay is the home of the pimps, players, and hustlers. That's what the Bay does well, Revolutionaries like the Black Panthers, people who find a way and, evolve and get it done, man. I don't know no other way. But I'm out here in New York, being from Cali, all financed by me. You see Super Chat. They need to start using YouTubers for more influence, because I guarantee you they could get it more popping, but ain't shit free. Ellie works hard, I work hard, we all work hard, so ain't nobody doing this shit for free at this point. You gotta pay like you weigh, but you can pay less money, I'm sure, and take care of like people, but then at the end of the day, get more benefit. Like what if even if you had somebody film content and then start giving it to certain YouTubers as exclusive, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm not even giving no more free game away. But I'm just telling you, bro. These guys are paying all this money for advertising, and they're not even going through the more sensible things. So, yeah, Dazn, I think they're in the need for a big fight. They're in the need for a big fight. This is what it is. And like I said, there's no business that could just spin, and that's good. That's the reality of it. But Canelo, I could do a little test right here. And I know this, some people will say, oh, this test is unfair, because HBO's been around a lot longer. But first thing I pulled up, HBO Boxing's YouTube, their Canelo 24/7 full episode has 1.2 million views. Their Canelo Kirkland fight has 1.1 million. Canelo versus Cotto has 1.4 million. And then Dazn's YouTube has videos that have like 600. And that was and see, this is the thing, that was exclusive content and the biggest fight that they've done. They're gonna have to do something. That's just the reality of it. And I don't really feel like I knew who Rocky Fielding was going into the fight, to be honest. See, I couldn't even watch. I told you, me personally, I couldn't even watch the journey to Canelo because the narrator just wasn't. It didn't really suit me. The quality was dope. It was really well shot in terms of the quality. They used a nice camera for sure, but you know, people like it's the finished product. You know, especially when you're something new, you can't be turning people off. Like, you know, HBO 24/7 people knew what to expect. That Leo Schreiber is a damn good host. You know the cinematography is on point. Ego, I'm watching the Charlo weigh-in. Yeah, I was out there, man. So, anyway, that's my little rant. That's my little 2 cents. But I always, to me, the people I admire and like, you know, that came before me and stuff, I always study them. Like Michael Jackson, Tupac, Bruce Lee, Van Damme, Arnold, you know, Jimi Hendrix, just people I really like throughout history. And I always try to study them and figure out what made them special, what made them unique. Muhammad Ali, you know, these different guys. And take bits and pieces of their game. I don't like to copy people, like just outright copy them. But, you know, just see like, okay, what made Tupac special? Passion, work ethic. See, that's not copying, you know, because you find what you're passionate about. What I'm passionate about doesn't have to be the same as what Pac was passionate about. Work ethic, that's universal. That's not like, oh, I did his approach to everything, you know. So I just try to find those basic things that people do. And like I said, these companies, they need to see, they see these YouTubers out here killing, and they trying to understand the sauce, but I don't think they really understand it. You get what I'm saying? And they don't ever like try to get in touch with the YouTuber. I mean, they do to a degree, but it's like, I don't know. Dazn hit me up a while, like, but it wasn't. I need an exclusive. You gotta give me some shit exclusive, like some. I don't know, man. The deal they offered me wasn't it to promote. It just wasn't for my brand. So, what fight do you think Dazn should make to start making a profit? Put Canelo in there with somebody that people want to see him fight. He's your biggest star. You know, Canelo versus Jacobs, Andrade, Charlo if you can get him. That's one easy fix. Start weighing heavily on your star. You giving Canelo $365 million, you know? So that, AJ, okay, if he can't get Wilder Fury, what about Luis Ortiz? Why does it have to be the winner of Chisora White? You know, think about stuff like that. You know, these guys are going to get tested at some point by somebody. So, shit, fuck it. Gervonta Tank Davis, Tevin Farmer. They have good fighters, but you have to try to either put them in the certain matches or at least, like, I'm trying to think of who they, like, let's say you can't, Tank has his own fight coming up. So maybe they couldn't make that. But what about Machado? What about Bercho? Who, you know, maybe you could try to make those fights. It can't just be everybody staying on their own side of the fence type shit. Not when your stable's not that big. And Eddie Hearns was real big about saying activity. Activity's great. But at the same time, it matters who you're fighting. Like, is Tevin Farmer, is he going to be a household name and people are really going to truly respect him fighting guys that, you know, people are unfamiliar with, even hardcore boxing fans, and or guys that lost to another guy? People want to see Tevin and Tank, so you give them Tevin and one of Tank's old opponents, you know? I just think they have to figure it out. It's a business. Business is cutthroat. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not giving no more free game like this on this subject, at least right now. You know, if my services are needed, I have multiple ways to contact me. And I got ideas for days, you know, but I'm done with the free game. It's not my job. I'm not the president of Dazn. I'm not putting $1 billion in it. I'm worried about growing Boxingego. You know, what we got going. I've already given free game, you know. It's up to these companies. Sometimes you have to just See, a lot of times you get people with big wigs and stuff, and they don't want to, like, you can't be too proud to beg. Not like literally begging, but, you know, reaching out to a YouTuber. You see, people want to, oh, I can do this all myself. All right, you know. Or if you do reach out to a YouTuber, who are you reaching out to? Like, why would you, like I said, why are you gonna fly people out? Like, for budget reasons, why would you fly someone out whose channel's not even popping? Let me know that. You know, because I never got nobody hit me up about DAZN. They hit me up trying to get me to advertise and stuff for DAZN, but nobody said, hey, I'll fly you out to the fights and, you know, you can do your thing, you know. But my channel's more popping, so, you know, it don't matter to me, because we gonna get to that bag either way, you know. We don't need no handouts. I'm just saying, from a business perspective, if you have a budget to spend, why you gonna fly people out that nobody's like really fucks with their channel like that? You know what I'm saying? They're not big channels. Like, you don't see Under Armour. They try to link up with the Canelos, the Tanks, the Rocks, you know, people like that are already popping. You know why? Because they're good ambassadors for the brand. So that's my little 2 cents. And then the quality of fight, like I told you, you can't just rely only on the stars. The quality of fights in the interim, like how you let Carl Frampton versus Josh Warrington, just listen. Canelo Fielding just got whatever, probably the most eyes that have been on DAZN, because there were a lot of people asking how to download the trial and shit. So Canelo Fielding gave you all this visibility. December 22nd, this weekend, there are 3 fight cards that are major, you know, pretty big for boxing fans. Dillian Whyte, Derek Chisora 2 in the UK, Carl Frampton, Josh Warrington in the UK, and then the fight that I'm in Brooklyn for, which is the PBC on Fox, Charlo brother doubleheader with Dominic Brazil and Negron, right? 3 cards, not near one of them, even the one we thought would be on DAZN is on DAZN. You let Showtime outbid you on this particular card. That's horrible. So you have as much eyes as you probably had on the whole platform, but you allow yourself to get outbid. You got $1 billion, but you let yourself get outbid for an Eddie Hearn Matchroom special, which is a rematch. You let Showtime have it, or don't want to invest the money, or whatever the reason is for losing. You know, how do you lose if you have $1 billion? Showtime already did Wilder Fury. You're letting them gain traction by picking up an end of the year heavyweight action fight. Even though me personally, I wanted to see Luis Ortiz get a shot, but no doubt the first Whyte Chisora fight was entertaining, you know? So you let Showtime close their year with a bang. You let Fox close their year with a Charlo bang, double header, double Charlo. You let BT Sport and ESPN Plus close with a bang. ESPN just had Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez on, you know, this month. And DAZN, you got the most eyes you probably had. You don't pick up that. Yet there's been cards on DAZN like Gerald Miller versus Dog Bandinu. If it was me, if I had a budget, I would rather have Derek Chisora, Dillian Whyte fight. I don't even know what the undercard is, but I probably would have rather have that as a just listen to what I just thought of this. This is no disrespect. I'm being so real. Gerald Miller is my dude, but he fought a guy people didn't really know. I didn't know anything about Dog Bandinu. I was on FS1 today. That's what's up. On TV or online or some shit. It just, like I said, it makes no sense, bro. If you had to get a heavyweight fight, how you got enough budget to spend for Gerald Miller, Dog Bandinu, but you don't have enough budget out of $1 billion for Whyte Chisora, which at least is a rivalry and the first fight was good. So fans at least have something to gauge it off. And from the UK crowd, it looks like they're all with it. That's crazy. If anything, get both of them. You know, if you had obligations or whatever, had to get the other card, get them. But I don't see how they let White Chisora slip away. So now for the rest of the year, they have nothing else to save face. And then the start of the new year, they're being outperformed because PBC has, listen, I've already went over this. You know, I'm getting tired of repeating the same thing. Smash the like button. January, PBC has Jose Uzcategui versus Caleb Plant. Rescheduled. Caleb Plant coming off the hand surgery. Good fight. Joey Spencer's on that card. Keith Thurman's coming back finally. Put the flute down. Gerald Washington, Adam Kanowski heavyweight fight on that Barclay card. Right? Then you have Broner versus Pacquiao paired with Marcus Brown and Badu Jack on Showtime pay-per-view. Right? This is all in the month of January. 2 of them are on Fox. 1 of them is pay-per-view. And Rigondeaux is going to be on one of those cards too. They said Rigondeaux is going to return on one of those 3 cards. I just don't know what it is. And then yesterday I got the email from PBC. The main event, Gervonta Tank Davis, Abner Matis, is officially released in Southern California. Meanwhile, you have Gerald Miller from Brooklyn fighting in a barn in Kansas or across the street from a barn or whatever. I just don't understand that vision. I don't see how you're competing that. And then your January card, I just named the PBC January cards. Your January card is Demetrius Andrade versus Artur Akov and a Houston fight with Jaime Munguia and so-and-so Inui. Really? All right. So they're really, in my opinion, the scheduling is bad too. You need to, like, in my opinion, off the heels of Canelo, Rocky Fielding, you should have. Damn ego, you hating on Dazn. All right. So what do you disagree with? You're in the hot seat. Watch how I do them greasy. All right. So what do you disagree with? So you think their January schedule is great? Explain why. How did I hate on Dazn? What do you disagree with? If you say something stupid, shooters clap them on sight. We'll see how long this lasts. Miguel Munoz. Get your Munoz ass over here. What did I say that you disagree with about Dazn? Countdown from 20, y'all. This is going to be an easy one. Miguel Munoz, what do you disagree with? What did I hate on about Dazn that you disagree with? So you think they have a fly January calendar? Yo, start counting down in the comment section. This dude will be out of here in no time. Unless he answers and defeats me. What's the fight card that you like in January from Dazn? Because I'm hating. It's me hating. See, you guys might as well, it's over for you dudes. Because we have you surrounded. We have so many ways to approach this. You can't just come in with these drive-by comments and then disappear. Then everyone knows I won. Everybody knows. Every other video you making is about Dazn. Strike 1. What do you disagree with? You know, keep the countdown going. Start from 15 because he did respond with something. What do you disagree with? Who cares? If I want to donate my channel to every video being Dazn, that's none of your concern. You know, what do you disagree with? Countdown from 15. I'm telling you, this shit is too easy. Miguel Munoz, instead of hiding and tucking your tail, let me know what I was hating on. You said because I did multiple videos about Dazn. Okay, but I also flew from California to cover the Charlo fight. So it has nothing, it's not like I just have Dazn videos, so that's an easy rebuttal, you know. I flew from California to New York to cover another fight. That has nothing to do with Dazn. So you got 10 seconds. What do you disagree with about Dazn? Name the fight cards that you're looking for. You want them to fail so bad so you can be right. What do you disagree with? You're on your last strike. Countdown from 10, y'all. That's all. I'm asking you the same question. You have 10 seconds. What do you disagree with? You said, I want them to fail, but what fight are you looking forward to in January from Dazn? Since I'm hating. It's that simple. That's all. We don't care about anything else you're saying but the answer. They always get fucked up when I put it in perspective. I'm a hater. I'm hating. What do you like in January? What do you disagree with? D on your ass. Pause. He says, Munoz, answer the question. Which I tried to warn you. These dudes don't get it. Nobody believes you, and then you look stupid because the world got to see that you had no smoke. You had no argument. You got 6 seconds. Damn, someone said 10 more seconds. 5, 4. Canelo versus Jacobs possibly in May. So I got to pay $10 a month for 5 months for a possibility which is not set in stone. All Oscar said was Canelo's next opponent may shock you. So that's not nothing in stone that I could be happy for. Because there's no guarantee that Canelo fights Jacob. If he does, great. I will support that fight. Get him the fuck out of here. He said, I said, what fight do you like in January? He said Canelo versus Jacobs possibly in May. Hey, shooters, he gotta go, man. This channel ain't for everybody. Bye-bye. It's been fun. But gotta go. You see the dumb shit we deal with? Bye-bye, Miguel. I said, what fight? You said I'm hating, but you won't tell me what I'm hating on. I said that the January card is up against it with PBC, and you don't tell me what. I said, what January fight do you like from Dazn? Canelo and Jacobs in May, possibly. Get him the fuck out of here, bro. Why would you even say? I said, what do you like in January? Which is what I said. I didn't say shit about May because I don't know what's going to happen in May. Oh my gosh. On that note, I'm going to get something to eat. My work has been done. And still, I appreciate y'all. Real Brother 32, as always, God bless. Shout out for all the super chats you've done today. My job is done. You guys can believe whatever you want. Like the Charlo said, Dazn, they need to come out with the big fight. Period. They are making, in my opinion, some decisions that are questionable. Why compete on the East Coast with a fight that can't really compete with Broner Pacquiao the day before Broner Pacquiao? At least, like I said, try to put it in one of the smaller casinos in Las Vegas to maybe piggyback and coattail the much bigger fight. But they're putting it all the way on the other card. Like, so, for example, let's say I'm media from the West Coast, from the East Coast. I live in New York. Are you going to stay in New York to cover Andrade versus Artur Akov? Or are you going to try to be at the fight week in Vegas if you can swing it, if your channel is, popping or relevant? Come on, man. I'm out, man. This shit is too easy. Peace out. Thank you guys for joining. Much more to come on the channel. We working.